Quote, he just fell because he's weak. No flags came out until he grabbed me. Do these words sound familiar to you? Really? You can't remember? Oh, no, come on. That was one of the hardest beefs in NFL history. All right, no worries. We're going to tell you all about that soon. Here are some of the most disrespectful players in NFL history. Tom Brady. The Tom Brady Lombardi Trophy toss during the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Super Bowl parade immediately went viral, and a lot of fans were impressed with the future Hall of Fame quarterbacks throwing across the water. However, one woman felt disrespected by this act. Laureen Groves, the daughter of Greg Groves, who was the silversmith at Tiffany & Company's from 1967 to 1994, who crafted the very first Vince Lombardi trophy, was insulted by Brady's decision to toss the trophy. And now, she's seeking an apology from the 7-time Super Bowl champ. Quote, I personally would like an apology, not just to me and my family and other silversmiths, but to the fans. All the football fans, the other team players, Groves said. It just upset me that this trophy was disgraced and disrespected by being thrown as if it was a real football. I have a big history for this trophy being made by my father, and it's such an honor. And I know all the craftsmen that made it when my dad was there, also at Tiffany's, and it takes a lot of hard work. Groves added that she isn't much of a fan of the sport, but she enjoys waiting until the end of the game to see the presentation of the Lombardi trophy to the Super Bowl champ. Quote, I only watch the game to watch the trophy come out, Groves said. I like to see all the owners and football players just hold it up with such pride and hold it up and show everybody, and I get goosebumps. Like right now, I'm getting goosebumps. Tom Brady told James Corden on the late night show that there wasn't a lot of foresight into the decision to toss the trophy to his teammate Cam Brate from one boat to the other across the Hillsborough River waters. Quote, first of all, I wasn't thinking at the moment. It wasn't a thought. It was, this seems really fun to do. Not to mention, when you get your hands on one of those trophies, there's really a lot of sharp edges on the bottom. I found out later, had that been an incomplete pass, that would have went down like 80 feet. I'm so happy that tight end Cam Brate caught it, he said. When asked about being braced by quarterback Ryan Griffin coming off the boat and whether it was caused by sea legs or tequila, because it seemed Brady was shaky, Brady said it was a little bit of both. Quote, it was definitely a moment of celebration, Brady said. I'm happy I'm on land at that point. Absolutely. Jalen Ramsey. In the 2017 season, the fight between Jalen Ramsey and AJ Green got so ugly that it almost spilled over into the Bengals locker area. It was the fight that almost didn't end on the field. But what was it even about? Both Green and Ramsey were ejected from the game after getting into a full-blown fight with just under 30 seconds left in the first half. On a Bengals running play that didn't involve either player, Ramsey shoved Green, who retaliated by putting the Jaguars' corner in a chokehold and then punching him several times. After Green was ejected, he kept talking trash until the Bengals coaching staff had to end up pulling him away and led him to Cincinnati's locker room. As for Ramsey, although the Jaguars security team did keep him from hunting down Green, he did get close enough to the Bengals locker room that he was able to scream quote-unquote profanities at the team as they entered the visitors' locker area at halftime. According to ESPN, Ramsey also yelled that he was going to find Green as soon as Jaguars security let him go. Quote, he just fell because he's weak. It wasn't a late push. The whistle hadn't blown yet. I wasn't going to get flagged for that push. No flags came out until he grabbed me. I pushed him every single play, said Ramsey, who claimed that he got inside Green's head and Green could not handle it. Quote, I told him almost every play that he was weak, that he was soft. That's straight facts. He just couldn't handle the truth. Those were facts. It's not a piece of big news that Ramsey has a reputation as a trash talker, which is pretty well deserved. He's very confident in his ability to use his mouth as an advantage against the receivers he covers. Quote, I lock receivers down physically and then mentally. I get in their mind and get under their skin. I talk my talk whenever I'm going to say. Green has never engaged in anything close to this type of behavior, so this comes as a major shock, not to mention a painful display of the frustrations this team's going through. Steelers wide receiver Antonio Brown commented quickly on Twitter about the fight, saying AJ had a great attitude, and that's not like him, and that something must be going on. We have to agree. This is truly unlike Green. Also, before we continue, if you like this type of content, then please consider giving us a thumbs up, as well as subscribe to our channel and hit that post notification bell so you never miss any other updates from us. Philip Rivers. Quarterback Philip Rivers will definitely be missed for a handful of things that he was able to do for the Chargers franchise within the past 16 seasons. For chief safety Tyrann Mathieu, there's one notable thing that he's going to miss Rivers for: his trash talking. On a segment with NFL Network's Kay Adams, Mathieu further explained that what he'd been missing the most is Rivers' exceptional trash talking by including an incident in the final matchup in 2019. Quote, "I think they were on the 10-yard line," Mathieu said. "They were like going in the end zone, and Rivers, he's not in the huddle, but he's kind of standing off to the side. He's looking at me and Frank Clark, and he's like, 'Hey, Frank Clark, hey, 32. They give you all that money, when are you guys going to make a play?' I'm going to miss him," Mathieu said. "He's just so funny, man, and he means no harm, and you know that. But somehow, he still finds a way to get into your skin. He's a good guy at heart. He's pretty hilarious on the field, especially since he doesn't use any foul words." Bill Romanowski. Back in 1997, controversial former Denver Broncos linebacker Bill Romanowski was fined $7,500 for spitting in the face of San Francisco 49ers J.J. Stokes during a regular season game. The incident occurred during a pileup after a play when Stokes allegedly felt Romanowski pulling at his groin and decided to confront him about it. Romanowski subsequently replied with a saliva projectile which landed on the front grille of Stokes' helmet. Stokes later complained about the incident and stated that he was annoyed but didn't address the issue immediately, whilst Romanowski dismissed the incident as being a routine part of football and failed to express any immediate remorse for his actions. Quote, "What I did was totally inexcusable," Romanowski said. "Sometimes when emotion is high, logic is low, and I did something that's totally unacceptable. I hold myself accountable for my actions. What I did was dead wrong, and I'm sorry for it, and it's never going to happen again. I've apologized to my teammates, to the organization, and to my fans. I'm a role model out there, and there's a lot of young athletes who saw something that was totally inexcusable and that will never see it from me again." Quote, "There's nothing black and white about it," he said. "It could have been anybody in front of me at that time, and I probably still would have done the same thing. It had nothing to do with him being black. I just did it. It was a reaction to something being in my face. I don't know why. Whether it was playing for my old team, I caught up in the game, frustrated, whatever. I've never done anything like that before in my life. I can't tell you how many times I've been spat at on the field, but I got caught on national TV with everyone in the country watching. It's happened to me, but I'm not mentioning names, and I'm not making any excuses." So, who do you think is the most disrespectful player in the NFL? Let us know in the comment section down below. And also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, as well as hitting the post notification bell so you're always kept up to date with everything we put out there. Until next time, guys, we'll see you later.